We have to think about what particular kind of difference does Jewishness represent among the other different kinds of difference, say Roma populations, Eastern European populations existing within Germanic lands, and all of these other kinds of diversities that you might find. So Jewishness has a particular function, both socially and politically, and also racially, but also theologically within the conception of the Christian nation state as it comes into being in the early modern and then in the modern period. Um, and that means something. So the whole idea of the creation of race, or the notion that there's a kind of biological difference to Jewish bodies, comes out of the idea of what's called die Rassenfrage. Die Rassenfrage and die Judenfrage, big, philosophical and theological notions, coincide with one another. How do
And
you
went to some
describe
great places. Yeah.
yeah, how to describe this difference? What does this difference mean? How does the nation state compensate for this difference, erase this difference in certain places, or give special place to it? And so Jewish language practices have a particular place within that. So Christianity has a difficult problem with the Hebrew language. It is the language of God, it's the language of the Old Testament, but then it has to be superseded by, right, the language of Christian diversity, whatever that means. And so there's a lots of what they're called Hebraists, Christian Hebraists, trying to learn Hebrew in order to get closer to the source, in order to, in some ways, supersede in some way. This idea of supersession, the superseding Christianity over Judaism. And so too, its various language processes. So that, right, what kind of language does a Jew speak? A Jew always speaks a corrupted language, a primitive language.